super nerdy, but I really like them. Really enjoy the fact that I ordered them online for like $20 or $30 and they look this good. If you are in the need for glasses, go to Zenny Optical. You will not be disappointed. Anyways, we're going to get to today's DIY, and it is all about summer wear. So it's getting hot outside, and I don't know about you, but when it's hot, I wear a lot of tank tops. I wear shirts that have cutouts in the back because they're very popular right now, and a lot of shirts sometimes maybe are a little bit see-through. So you don't want to wear your bra underneath that and have everybody see it. It just doesn't look good and nobody wants to see it. So your alternative is wearing something kind of like a bandeau or maybe like a bralette. And that's what today's DIY is. There's two different versions of them, and it's basically the backs of them are just different. So you do not need a sewing machine for this. You are going to need to do a little bit of hand stitching, but it's really easy. And these are very comfortable and really cheap to make. I think maybe total the materials cost me around $5. So if you don't want anyone to see your bra anymore, watch the DIY. Okay, to start off, I bought a black bandeau for $2 or $3 at the dollar store. I've got some stretchy lace fabric. I also bought some stretchy elastic. There's scissors, black thread, a couple of needles, and some pins to hold things in place. So starting off with the bandeau, I decided to cut this in half. That way we have a front for each of our bandeaus. Yes, one's a little bit more ideal than the other, but this is just making the best out of one piece of material. And I decided to cut off a little bit of the edges on this bandeau just because I thought that it was a little bit too wide for my liking. So after I trimmed that off, we're going to go ahead and take our stretchy elastic. I folded this in half and then I folded it in half again. So I have 4 equal pieces because I wanted 4 strips along the back. So then you can go ahead and grab your thread. So just pulling out as much as you want here, putting it through the hole in the needle, pulling it all the way through, tying a knot at the end, and then you can begin your stitching. So you can really just do however many stitches you think is going to be strong enough to hold this in place. And when you're all done, obviously just cutting it off, tying a couple of knots, and then trimming that excess thread. So I decided to actually do the 2 exterior bands first, and then I placed the 2 in the center and just kind of eyeballed so that they were evenly spaced out. You can measure them. So after you've sewn all of them on the one side, flip it over and you can sew them onto the opposite side in the right place, and make sure that your straps aren't twisted. Okay, so we can move on to our next bandeau. Again, I decided to trim off a little bit of excess here, and that was probably the worst idea I had. This bandeau is a lot smaller than I wanted, but you know, that's just the way it is. So I'm taking my piece of stretchy lace fabric, I've just pinned it here to the side and I'm folding down the corner, and I decided to use my sewing machine. I figured it would hold a little bit better than hand stitching with the lace. And I also just thought, well, this is gonna be a lot quicker. Turns out, no. It was no quicker at all whatsoever.
What the fuck?
Yeah, a little bit angry that my sewing machine completely broke on me. So back to plan B. We're going to do some more hand stitching. Again, just folding this corner down here because the lace on the back is a little bit thinner than the front, so I wanted them to match up on the sides nicely. So once you've pinned that in place, I'm just weaving my needle in and out between the 2 pieces of fabric, pulling that all of the way through. It's just a quick way to do some sewing, and I would say that I probably went back and forth about 4 times just to make sure that that stitch was very secure. You can cut that off, tie off the ends, and trim off the excess fabric that you have, and just do that to both sides and flip it inside out so that the seam is on the inside and it looks something like this, which is just a little bit more clean. That's it. On me and I was still able to do it with just a couple larger chested, it's probably not going to be ideal for you, as you're likely still going to need the support of a real bra. But if you have no chest and you've been blessed with no boobs like I have been, this is our one advantage. So use it and love it and embrace it. Give this DIY a try and send me some photos of what you come up with. I'd love to see them. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Janelle Stever. And when you are tagging me in those photos, don't forget to use the hashtag 2DIY4. So give me a like if you enjoyed this DIY. Comment below and let me know whether or not maybe you want to see some more DIYs like this one. I can do that for you. You just gotta let me know what you want to see. Next week we have a special edition of To DIY4 because I'm actually currently on vacation right now with my family, having the best time in the world at a cottage. Don't believe me? Take a look at last year's vacation. This is the video my boyfriend puts together every single year, and it is just so amazing. And yes, he will be doing another one this year. So I'm actually going to be doing my DIY at the cottage